Social dominance orientation theory. Why do some individuals support and endorse social hierarchies while others resist and reject them? What drives our attitudes and beliefs about power dynamics within society? These questions lie at the heart of social dominance orientation theory, a fascinating framework that sheds light on the psychological factors underlying our orientation towards social dominance. SDO theory proposes that individuals vary in their level of social dominance orientation, which refers to the extent to which they prefer and endorse group-based social hierarchies. People with a high SDO are more likely to perceive the world as a competitive place where groups should be organized in a hierarchical manner, with some groups naturally holding more power and privilege than others. On the other hand, individuals with a low SDO tend to value equality and reject hierarchical structures. To understand the concept of SDO theory, let's consider a few examples. Imagine a society where certain racial or ethnic groups are systematically marginalized and discriminated against. Individuals with a high SDO are more likely to accept and rationalize such inequalities, believing that certain groups are inherently superior or deserving of power and resources. They may justify discriminatory practices and maintain the status quo. In contrast, individuals with a low SDO would challenge and resist these hierarchies, advocating for social justice and equality. Another example can be seen in gender dynamics. In societies where patriarchal structures prevail, individuals with a high SDO may adhere to traditional gender roles, viewing men as naturally dominant and women as subservient. They may support policies and practices that reinforce gender inequality. Conversely, individuals with a low SDO would question and challenge these gender norms, advocating for gender equality and empowerment. SDO theory suggests that the development of social dominance orientation is influenced by a variety of factors, including socialization, culture, and individual experiences. For instance, children raised in families or communities that emphasize hierarchy and power differences are more likely to adopt a high SDO. Additionally, exposure to discriminatory practices or witnessing power imbalances in society can reinforce or challenge one's SDO. It's important to note that SDO theory does not imply that everyone falls neatly into either a high or low SDO category. Rather, it recognizes that social dominance orientation exists on a continuum, with individuals exhibiting varying degrees of preference for social hierarchies. Additionally, SDO theory highlights that social dominance orientation is context-dependent, meaning that one's orientation may change across different social, cultural, and situational contexts. The implications of SDO theory extend beyond individual attitudes and beliefs. High SDO individuals are more likely to support policies and practices that maintain and reinforce social inequalities, while low SDO individuals are more inclined to challenge and advocate for social justice. Understanding the underlying psychological mechanisms behind social dominance orientation can help us develop strategies for reducing prejudice, discrimination, and inequality within society. In conclusion, social dominance orientation theory provides valuable insights into the psychological underpinnings of our attitudes towards social hierarchies. It explains why some individuals endorse and support group-based power dynamics, while others resist and reject them. By examining factors such as socialization, culture, and individual experiences, SDO theory helps us understand how social dominance orientation develops and shapes our beliefs about power and privilege. Ultimately, this understanding can inform efforts to promote equality, justice, and inclusivity within our societies.